Check it. Got my first stripe on my blue belt. Got some reflections, or rather, some thoughts that Professor had shared. I think I'm about close to 70 hours into training with blue belt, and actually wasn't expecting this for another 40 or so hours. So it was interesting. Professor was saying how there's a number of factors he considers when looking into awarding somebody their stripe. He said number one, and these are tips I guess you could take to the bank. Number one is consistency and commitment. And everything that I'm about to tell you is exactly what the professor said, not verbatim, but as best as I can recall. So he goes, commitment, consistency. He gives the example of somebody. He's like, look, if you're coming in attending like a couple times a week, and then off a couple of weeks, and then again a week, and then off again another 2 weeks, he's like, you're not going to get any stripes. So you got to be consistent in your training. And what I understand from that is also because of how the curriculum is designed. Every school is different. Every professor and their approach may be a little bit different as well. But in terms of the design of the curriculum, one of the expectations that are understood and laid out is that over the course of 16 weeks, you will have gone through the entire curriculum. But that also implies that you're attending consistently every week. And if you go through everything over the course of maybe a year and a half to 2 years, you'll have gone through the entire 16-week curriculum at least twice over. So that's number one. So number two is a sense of, I guess, camaraderie, teamwork, or team playerness, if that's the appropriate term. The example that the professor gave was like, look, say you get your blue belt, and then you come in and start smashing all the white belts just because you're better than them, as opposed to actually coaching them and helping them get to where you're at. You're not going to get a stripe, or you're not going to get promoted further, because it's not about your ego. It's about growing as a team and as a school. And honestly, one of the things is like, it's also counterproductive if you just come in and want to smash folks that are less skilled than you. Granted, one of the facets of blue belt is that yes, you can defend yourself against somebody who's unskilled. Even if somebody is a little bit bigger, stronger, heavier than you, then you would be able to defend yourself against them. If they're unskilled and you're using some modicum of skill that you've earned, or rather learned, as somebody who has earned a blue belt. However, when you come into class, it's not your job. Your job is to work with them and help them get to where you're at. And at the same time, you're also getting to practice, not necessarily smash. And also understand that if you're ever caught smashing people needlessly, especially those that are lower ranked than you, then karma's gonna come at you. So number three was the idea of simply the concept of not being a poopy butt. This is the family-friendly version of the terminology the professor used. But he's like, look, if I see that, fine, you're coming to class, you're committed, you may even be helping people in class, maybe, or maybe you're not. But if it turns out you're a complete poopy butt outside of class, in terms of your character, and part of that is, one of the things I appreciate about Professor here is that he's active on social. He's checking in on the students. He's also looking at, how they live their lives, especially if you're sharing how you live your life on social media, i.e. on Instagram and whatnot. But at the same time, it's like there's got to be some inkling of good character within you for you to get promoted. He gave the example of there was a brown belt in school, and I'd been a brown belt for a while. And he basically asked the professor, he's like, yeah, I've been a brown belt for a while, and when am I getting my black belt? He's like, for me, yeah, I'm not going to give you a black belt. Mainly because this guy was a poopy butt, essentially. So in review, maintain consistency, be a good team player, and don't be a poopy butt, and you will see yourself grow. So here we are. Where to go? Right here. Bam! We got the first stripe, and hopefully many more to come. Looking forward to it.